Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay. Last week, a lady named Leslie from Red Tail Hawk Tarot Readings, I saw her over on Leak Project a few months ago. And she's a really nice lady, and she gave some good Aquarian readings that were spot on. The difference is with her, and I can do this myself because I see things ahead often and she has God in her heart and she loves people, so that makes a huge difference when if you're strong enough to be open. I mean, um sensitive to the other zodiac signs makes you a good teacher and reader in that area. And to people that do tarot readings, and I have a couple Aquarian friends that do that. Take no offense, my young loved ones. And this woman is also a medicine woman, and it is her God connection that makes her spot on. And it has nothing to do with witchcraft. She actually has the spirit of Christ in her, and it's evident. So that's the part right there that it's evident. That's the main reason what she's doing is working for the good of the situation instead of the bad. Well, last week she put out an Aquarian. I'm just putting my socks on, excuse me. Last night she had put out an Aquarian reading, or last week rather, and I thought, nah, I'm not gonna watch it right away. I'm gonna see what plays out for this week, and then go listen to her and see how spot on she actually was. Well, um, so like I said, I'm gonna leave you the link to the Aquarian reading. Um, And if you want to know more about what's going on in the world and who's actually going to be in charge of that energy and what I'm actually doing and other people, it'd probably be a good thing to listen to my reading. I mean, that's up to you. It's, I'm not trying to blow my own horn here or anything. I love people. I'm trying to make a difference in the world, and I guess you'd have to actually like my personality to want that to be anything different than what you're used to. And I know I am not your average person, but I like me and I want to fill my life with people around me that are like me and that do like me. And if you're opposed to that, I'm not going to care. See, that's my future. That's what I'm looking forward to. And she's right. I'm willing to walk away from everything. See, I could have had a very comfortable life right now without somebody that said they were related to me running around doing sideways deals with people in life and the way it is, just the way it has been, and not backing me when I go to do something that would have actually, we would have been so comfortable right now if he had let me. It isn't that he physically didn't let me, he literally did things to destroy things that I was involved in jobs and families and everything. You wouldn't believe it. And she knows the black magic that has been used against me. Even when I'm trying to talk to people, I can hear that dark voice sitting there saying, oh, don't do this, or don't do what she says, or don't listen to her, or she's not all there, or whatever these dark forces are going to try. Well, I say to the dark forces, you're a dumb son of a bitch, and cannot even mentally, let alone physically, keep up with me. That's what I have to say to that. So, like I said, I'm not out here trying to blow my horn. in that respect, but I have worked hard all my life for other people in the world, and I'm not going to give up or let anything get in my way. And like this reading said, and it is true, I am coming out swinging. I'm not sitting on the sidelines and cheerleading. I'm or even help to plan the next part of the game. I'm far ahead of that, and I'm coming out swinging now. These creatures have had enough of my time. And I hope you can say the same. If you've got shitty people in your life, kick them to the curb. Kick them hard. Kick them where it counts. Because it's time to clean up the dirty laundry. So, yeah, I could sit there and tell you about all the things that happened within just one morning here, and you would be astonished. You'd think, well, that can't quite be true, or she's over exaggerating a little bit, or believe me, I can't even portray the seriousness of all that has gone on in my life and tried to stop me from all the good that I literally can do. And only somebody with a very filthy nature wouldn't want to see me succeed in trying to help children. But I am going to expose all this bullshit and everyone included in it. You know, when you're leading children wrong, I will show you no mercy, absolutely none. And I will do everything within my power, which is a lot, to stop you, and I will stop you. So, yeah, it's not a joke. And it is going to take time, but I will make a mark in this planet where people like that won't be able to crawl around this world freely and hurt other people ever again. It'll be so widely known. And okay, here's something to kind of watch out for. And I'm sure you probably know, or maybe it's not a big deal, but one thing I detest are these little twits that sit there with this shit like if you go to say something that's in a negative format against somebody else, you're like inserting a bad vibe. Fuck off with your bullshit. If you deserve a bad vibe laid on your ass, you're gonna get one. And then I'm gonna carry on with my good vibe and my love and leave the trash where I put it. Because I came across this person over on Bruce Sees All. I had left a message several times over on Secure Team 10, Tyler, over there, to look at Bruce Sees All work that he's showing all these, like the bullshit lights above Phoenix and all the LA lights over the ocean and the rest of their shenanigans that I know is Masonic Blue Beam technology and the rest of their bullshit. He'll show all that, but yet he won't take into consideration a community that and Bruce's work before anybody invested a dime, and tried to discredit his work as, I mean, creatures you can see crawling on the moon. He tried to discredit as lint on his monitor from refilming something to try, I think, to try and show it larger. I'm not 100% certain of Bruce's techniques, and I'm not sure that that would be anybody's business anyway. Well, I guess because he can prove what he's doing to show the reality of it all. And if you look at the structures and the UFOs and everything that he's caught, I mean, UFOs over his house, structures on the moon, either crafts or animals or what, so whatever. And this person was saying, that Tyler was just like questioning it, and it wasn't like that, and we don't have to like have a bad vibe. And I'm thinking, stick your vibrational and pretense of division up your ass. You know, it has nothing to do with vibrations or division. Obviously, the liar that has a gigantic channel and tricks everybody into keep on paying him through Patreon and won't even make you any content because he doesn't have any. And I told him you'd have a lot of content if you went and looked at Bruce's stuff and shared it and worked with him. So I'm not sure the person that tried to get on that division and vibration train is even going to watch what I'm saying here, but I don't care. This includes everybody. The hell with that bullshit. You're not going to hush the rest of the people pointing out the real exposing the bullshit in another human being. I mean, because I telepathically told Tyler, like, when he get on there and make excuses why he hadn't been on there, and you could tell that he was lying, and he did that like several times. It's like, and he actually said things that were untrue, and it's like, dude, just tell the truth, you know, just say, hey, I wasn't feeling good. But the truth of it is, I have enough money, fools, idiots. I'm a scammer and a con artist and a Mason baby. And I'll only do work when it suits me. Get it? You know, and I'll only give credit to those that um, are in the, what'd you call their club? They're in the, I am, let me see, I'm trying to get beyond the air hose right now out there. You might hear it. Just a sec. I'm in the entitlement club. I am freaking entitled, and you are not. That's who we're dealing with. Part of the entitlement club, you know. So anyway, so I don't know if you're familiar with Tyler, but I've known him for a very long time on here, and I'm just telling it like it is. You know? So at least people don't get up here and lie. I don't get up here and say, well, um, even if I was making money, I'd just come on here and say, I am shot and I need to take a break. You know, that would be pretty simple. And then people that love you, it'd be like, you probably should then and have a nice rest and time off or whatever, you know. But to lie about it, why? People know when you're lying. Well, people like me know when people are lying because I can hear you lie. You know, if I tune in on your brain, I can hear everything you're thinking, and I can physically see you in this world if I choose to, which I haven't done with people for a very long time. So, a couple times here and there, if somebody needed some sort of protection, and I'd let my spirit soar to that area and talk to somebody, maybe try to talk some sense or threaten its stupid ass, whatever it needed. And then that's about it. But I used to be very active in the ether, but I've literally gave it to somebody to see what they would do with it till they couldn't do with it no more. And I'm taking it back. So, and we'll see how they do without that help, without that See, because I've even walked in, Doug was getting his ass threatened when I first met him. And I walked into a biker bar by myself and threatened everybody in there that if they harmed him, I was going to wipe them all out. And these people, they were carrying pieces and whatever, you know. If you're going to fight with a whole group of people like that, you better be able to back up what you're saying, is all I'm saying. And if they don't put the fear of God in them, then they're really not going to. They're like um, cannibals, you know. They'll cannibalize each other, let alone you, you know. So that's the type of people I have dealt with. You know, the good guys. I was married to a cop, my first marriage. Um, and the bad guys. But yeah, they were all bad guys. God dang it. How stupid can I be? You know? Anyway, that's embarrassing. You know? Wow. I mean, I can handle it. You know, it's like, well, yeah, okay, all right. You know, have fun, whatever you think you're doing. Oh shit, it's just like a naughty troll, you know, it'll say something stupid and then you have to reprimand it. It makes you feel like your kids never left home, you know. Anyway, oh, I gotta find my ashtray. Oh, here it is. But, yeah. But anyway, Leslie over at Red Tail Hawk Tarot, I hope you like her. I do like her. She's a Leo, very strong minded, and she's from the South, and she's funny. And she knows she's funny, oddly funny, and brilliantly strong, you know, and she can hear me thinking. I know she can, you know, because she, even in her reading, she's like, I know you, this is you, you know. And she does know. Her I think she said fourth house is in Aquarian. Her moon, um what is it, your rising moon, um but like we are Aquarians, heaven 11, we are the 11th house, we are like creators of worlds, you know. We're the heartbeat of the earth, um, as far as helping other people like that, you know. And there's other signs that do that well too. There's just, and they do other things better than we do. It's just that, like, that's probably why Valentine's Day is in February, because our sign is heaven. That's where we came from, you know. So, and we all did. All our spirits did. But my first house is Saturn, and that's the ruler, you know. So I'm not saying I'm the ruler. No, I am not God. That's just, he's my father, you know. Just that this dork ass dead spirit on this planet wanted me to call it father, and I I regurgitate at the thought of it. Excuse me a minute. You know, makes me ill. Just the thought that something so vile would want admiration. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have considered ways that we could work things out with these people like that. No, because they're not willing to bend. I mean, you can bend enough to start conversations and to um, Open your heart up over and over and over again, just to have it stepped on and betrayed, when the normal person or average person would have gave up a long time ago. You know, I'll never give up loving Doug. I love him. There's just nothing. When somebody is so cruel to you, if there was any attraction, it gets kind of it with every cruel act. It the attraction lessens and lessens and lessens till there's nothing left. And you can't have a home where there is no emotional stability, and support, and even friendship or kindness. I mean, that's not something that I'm willing to bargain with anymore in my life. I'm moving on. So this is how I'm moving on right now, because I'm physically stuck, but I can see that God is going to find me a way out, because that is what I want. I was unsure for and hoping, but there's time where a person has to really just stand up and say, I have things that are good in this world that I need to get done, and you are getting in my way. So, and sometimes we just need to do that for ourselves and other people, especially when they could care less about other people or you. That's a big indicator right there, you know. And if you're young and out in this world and looking for relationships, I can tell you that the darkness can hide within the light and pretend to be in society in a loving manner. You'd be better off looking for somebody that straight up first tells you that they don't want nothing to do with this world. you know, that's just my opinion. If you see somebody that's all gung ho about um, being a part of what's going on here, that's not no human being. That is the separation of the wheat and the tares. And Elias, yes, my friend, you are very correct with that. It's that time, isn't it? And yeah, I'm all about fun too. I love working hard, and after my hard day work, I like to kick back and relax or have fun, or even if it's a day where I'm just having fun. I haven't really ever had those in my life. Here and there, a couple here and there. And I bet you all feel the same way. It's like, why does somebody always have to come in? It's like if you are playing your guitar and your music is beautiful, and then somebody comes in and starts strumming on your guitar with you out of time, you know, it's like, why did you just go and wreck my song? Did you really think that you were helping the melody? You just broke a string and you can't replace it. You know, that's what it feels like. I got my exercises done today. I did my push ups and my leg ones that resistant. I didn't need no more resistance right now from anybody. Ugh, so sick of it. Oh, for real. And that would be real, wouldn't it? I know it sounded little, but that wasn't the big one. I'd hurt my hand if I really smacked myself like I could smack somebody. Oh, I was so ready last week. It's like, I'm gonna fucking slap you. You ready to get your ass beat? I mean, pulverized. I told him if I come out there, I'm gonna cremate you. You know, it was that close. That's not good. So, and that is kind of my nature, so I have to be so careful. And I know God's in my heart, and so does He. Everybody that knows me knows that it would only be a very foolish person that would try and paint me as something else. They'd end up, they'll be exposed, they'll end up showing their true colors in the end. And the people that bought into their lies will be very shamed. You know? But yeah, I've had a lot of witchcraft directed in my energy and towards all of my loved ones. And I know you that have gotten me close to me on here. I think I've opened your eyes to the fact of where some of that bad energy is actually coming from. Some of it. The female version lives on the East Coast. This is true. I'm telling you the truth. So, yeah. But I'm stronger and smarter and more loving, and you can't beat that. I don't care. There's no way. The only reason evil had a chance to even bring me down, not that they could keep me down, but to even try and put me down, was because I gave them a chance to be more than what they were doing. But with every single step and every single word, we have to consider who's going to be affected by this. You know? And I've always been conscious of other people, and I'm very, very much a caretaker personality all my life. And that's a big part of who I am. You know, taking care of other people is what I do. So, like I said, don't think I'm just out here blowing my own horn because I'm older and I was made for this shit. But you will see a lot of what I've said and a lot of my attitude becoming more mainstream. And don't buy into this division shit. It's already divided. They're scum and we're not. That's the separation of the wheat and tares. And if they were born that way, well, that's good for you. Yeah, yeah. Morphodite, I like zoos. Not for animals, but for demons. I don't have a problem with your zoos. Zoo you. And zoo you too. And they hear me, they feel me in the ether every second. They love watching people that have their shit together and try and make it so they look like they don't, or look upset or confused or whatever. I'll have my down days, but you'll never defeat me. I had a kind of a busy morning putting things away in my kitchen. We have some like canned goods and different things to put on a shelf, and I had a couple boxes of them. I have two more boxes to go through, but it's like, yeah, whatever. you know, I only did it because I couldn't stand them sitting there, I know canned goods really aren't good for a person anyway, but if it were in an emergency, it would be better than nothing. But yeah, so I'm just laughing to myself. I'm thinking my cats have been so goofy lately. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but if I get cut off, I love you. I don't know if I'll be back, but I'll just tell you this really quick. Um, that feral cat that I brought in, Nellie Bly, um, she'll sit on the edge of my bed down at the bottom because I don't let her come up by my face. I'm allergic. But she'll be at the bottom of my bed in the morning. And she's really good. She's smart. So I told her this morning, I said, can you let me get my things done without you under my feet all morning this morning for just once? And she blinked, and I turned on the TV for her and walked out of the room. And she laid there watching television instead of getting under my feet until I poured the water for the coffee. Then that was. Usually she's out there if I feed her kids outside and everything. She let me do that. She let me go to the bathroom. She let me feed her kids. But the minute I poured the water for the coffee, she's in there by the water. She's just fascinated by it because when she was injured, when I was trying to splint her leg and stuff for her, when she was outside and I had taken a wet rag and wiped her bottom and everything for her because, and got all the blood off her. She had something got her, something bit her, and just mangled her shoulder and arm. Everything was out of place and all whacked, fractures and breaks, and so gross. And now she's almost brand new. So, what a good little girl. Just sat there watching TV till she heard the water. And I wondered too if she was going to come running. Yep, she did. So, well, thank you all for joining me. And to me, I wouldn't be too much without my friends or the people that do care about me. I really love you. I really, really love you. Just keep that in mind when you're having a down day, that you have friends out here and I have friends out here. We can remind each other and ourselves that it is real. We are in the valley of the dead, you know. But we have a different house. We live somewhere else. Just keep that in mind. So, and that's going to become more and more clear to everybody all the time. The ones that are actually close to God, you are going to feel less and less of this world. But may we prosper while we're here, right? What is that? Prosper, be fruitful and multiply, or whatever. What is that Vulcan thing off of Star Trek? What does he say? Spock. Somebody told me I look like Spock, and I said, yeah, I can see that. Or Data. That's what they said. I look kind of like Data, and I'm thinking, well, as analogical as my mind is, you're probably really close to the truth. How bright of you. So, all right, everybody. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.